back again. Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. And I have, as you know, I don't pre-interview, but there's a couple of things I know a little bit about because you just can't help it. One of the things, he's got a new thing, he's a problem solver, which is 100% what we need right now in the entire world. So you've got a really big job ahead of you, although you're already doing. But we have to also give him the greatest respect. You were a policeman at one time.
Correct.
Is that how you started out your career?
Yes.
What was it like then? What you see now? It must be totally, I mean, there's a silly question, but...
You know, I actually was a police officer for 17 years.
17 years? How old are you? God, you must have started
I'm
pretty young.
I'm actually 45 right now, actually.
Oh.
It's funny because your previous guest was talking about Henderson.
Yes.
I was a police officer in Henderson.
Oh, really?
And I also was a New York City police officer, which you mentioned
Yes.
about the falling officer.
Yes, the two of them.
Correct. So I was a cop for 17 years, and I've been out in Vegas now for the last 20 years.
Okay.
And I actually became AKA the problem solver because I've always been helping people solve problems as a police
Well,
officer.
you're a police officer.
Correct.
I don't know if people understand that police officers actually help other people.
The biggest thing is
That's
really
right.
solving the problem, not just
Yeah.
arresting people.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really solving, helping people in the community.
If you've got somebody out there shooting, you want to catch that person to stop him from shooting other people, which is helping other people with solving the problem.
Correct. But most people, right, there's not shooting going on. Most of the people are, family disputes and different things that are taking place within the home where people are arguing and it can get violent and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So my goal was always try to solve the problem and help
Before
people.
there was a problem.
Well, actually, when you go there's
There's
problem.
already a problem.
Someone
It's
calls
already-
the police,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
We're trying to resolve the
So
problem.
there's already a problem.
Sometimes it's not a criminal offense, but you still have problems within the home. You have to refer them to different social services or therapy or...
So what's the difference
treatment.
between the police then and now? It must be
It's kind of a crazy time right now. There's a lot of reform that's taking place. It's really not the best situation, I believe. As you mentioned before previously, that in New York City, we have some officers that were tragically injured or even died
Yes.
in the line of duty. And, it's a very sometimes thankless job. They're going out there to serve and protect. And it's getting more dangerous because a lot of governments are changing, doing the reform, and they're allowing people to commit crimes. I'm not sure if they know what they're doing or not, but the bottom line is that people these days can run out of a store with items, and there's no repercussion in regards to
Not at
something
all.
happening to them.
But there was an incident in New York when they had the funeral for these, I don't know if it was the one officer or both officers at one time, but the police force that came out, I mean, all you could see was a bevy of blue hats.
Correct.
And everybody, they were all there. And in what we're living in now, that anybody could have gone into that crowd or gone into the police and started doing a whole thing and nothing happened. But the thing I noticed more was none of these officers were afraid to come out and give their fellow officers support. None of them. They all came out. Is that not right? They're not going down anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think for this particular, I think they're trying to show solidarity in regards to coming out and showing the community
Yes.
of how many officers are out there.
It was a bevy.
It seemed like a very rare situation in regards to how many officers were out there for that funeral.
Yes.
Normally there is a large amount, but this
Yes.
was a massive
It was
amount,
massive.
yeah.
And it was and I thought what a great respect it was to the fallen officer, but also what it was the encouragement for all these officers to come out and taking the risk. Because that's what they were doing. With
Yeah, I mean,
everything
it's
that's
definitely a
going on.
dangerous job in general. And like I said, New York has become more violent these days because of the reform that's taking place. So, like I said, you have government and politicians that are making changes.
Yes.
And some of these changes are now affecting people. They're affecting the police, they're affecting the community, and it's just kind of a little bit of a scarier time. So it does concern me.
Now you're the problem solver. How long have you been a problem solver?
So I actually have a weekly show every Thursday.
Great. Where?
It's called The Problem Solver. It is a podcast, but recently Channel 14 from Cop Cable picked up the show. So every Sunday at 10:30, starting April 3rd, there will be a 30-minute show of The Problem Solver. And I try to bring on local people that are nonprofit leaders or community activists, and we talk about different problems, and we try to refer people and help people, solve their problem, and then refer them to the right social services.
What sort of people are coming in, or what sort of people are you interviewing as a problem solver?
So we have a lot of lawyers, we have police, we
Right.
have people that are running for politics as well. Anyone that is running any type of nonprofit that's helping the community, trying to bring them on board, and then also use them as a way of referring them, have a relationship from the show, and then talking about what they're doing to help people, and then using it as a source to refer people. So I get phone calls all the time, 24/7, that they need help. Someone needs a job. Someone needs, a medical network to help them. They need a lawyer. Someone got arrested. Someone got into an accident. Someone that was injured, and I'm referring them out. Kind of like if you call 911.
Yes.
I'm referring them like a traffic officer.
Do a lot of these lawyers do their work for free, the pro bono?
So what happens is there's not enough lawyers that are out there that are doing pro bono for
not
things
Vegas.
in general.
Everything is charged in Vegas.
I mean, it's all over the United States. I think it's more difficult in financial times for an attorney to do things for free.
Absolutely.
Things have changed, right, in
And
general.
right now, you need more for free than you've never needed before.
And there are different nonprofits, that the Legal Aid and the Public Defender's Office, but I created the Las Vegas Legal Network, which was to bring on attorneys, asking them to do some free pro bono services,
yes.
and then also if they have to charge, to try to do discounted or payment plans,
Yes.
or
Or payment plan, or discount, or
try to work with
pro bono.
people in general, not just
Yes.
like, hey, you don't have $5,000, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah, I don't want to know you.
So we also started something called No Money Down Legal, which is lawyers that want to be part of that, where that they don't need any money down in order to actually gain legal services, in order to help people in the community.
Because I don't know if you know this out there, but all audiences out there, that you have to, when you go to a lawyer, you have to give a certain amount of money up front for them to take on a case.
Especially these bigger cases, but I'm not sure if you know, some people in the community don't know. I try to educate people about the legal system, the justice system, and working with attorneys. But if you get into an accident or you're injured, lawyers do not want any money because they'll take it upon contingency.
Yes.
Because you're actually doing a claim or a lawsuit against an insurance company.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different when you have an insurance company or someone that has money that's backed, that you can actually
Well,
do
yeah,
that claim
because
with.
the lawyer knows he's going to get his money.
Statistically more likely that they're going to get paid.
His pay. And normally there's a third he gets of the settlement.
So it's actually what I consider one of the most noble attorneys, is one that is doing it upon contingency, because if they win, right,
then they win.
The client wins, right?
Yes.
So it's a win-win situation. So thank God for that, for the community, the people. Like I said, most people are not educated about how attorneys work, and I try to educate people, the public, with different attorneys, how things work in general.
Funny, I was just with somebody, I was just having lunch with somebody, a couple of guys that, one I've known for a long time, the other one I don't know at all. And he actually pays the person who's got the lawsuit, pays it all off, as of whatever the insurance would pay, and then he takes on the debt himself, and then whatever the agreement is with the lawyer pays now this man. So the actual person gets paid and can do what they want with their money, and obviously less than what they would get if they waited.
Mm-hmm.
But and I thought that was a new way of doing something.
I mean, there's different programs out there that if some people need financial assistance, they can actually get a loan on their, or they call it a lien on their case.
Oh, they get a lien.
Paid,
that's cool.
or settlement.
Yes,
they can actually
settlement.
get paid before.
That's what this guy does. He pays
like
before
pre-settlement.
Pre-settlement, whatever it is, and then
There's
he
different
gets
programs.
Yeah, and then that's how he makes his money. So everybody's happy.
The problem is also is that you have to be a little bit educated, because what happens is you're losing a percentage, right? You can be losing a good amount of money because you get that money up front.
Yes.
Yeah. And then sometimes when you take these loan programs, if you have a personal injury case, they're taking a lot of money plus interest depending upon how long the case takes to settle. So there's a little bit of a asterisk that you have to read.
You have to read between the lines.
Exactly.
As a lawyer, I mean, come on, lawyers are lawyers. They know the business that you don't know.
So even though I'm not an attorney, my goal is to be a liaison between clients and attorneys to help them through the process. I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving legal advice.
They understand and they understand.
Exactly.
So it's a matter of understanding.
Exactly. Believe it or not, when lawyers speak to the average person doesn't want to feel uneducated, so they just agree. They just nod their head. They don't want to feel ignorant, So
be ignorant. Don't worry about it.
That's why I always say, like, do you understand what he's saying? That this is what he's saying, like if you.
So you explain to them. So
I kind of break it down a little bit.
Break it down for them.
Yeah.
That's why he's got such a kind face. Absolutely amazing. How long have you had this, and how long have you been doing
So the podcast, The Problem Stuff, has actually been 1 year, February 1st of last year that it was started.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm happy to know, April 3rd is when it goes to Cox and Channel 14. So taking it to another level where it goes out to about 300,000 subscribers of Cox TV.
Wonderful.
So I'm excited about that. I was glad that they wanted to
Yes.
take that on Cox and believe in me in regards to what I'm doing.
You're doing and what you're putting out there. So how do you get paid on all this? Because you're not doing this for nothing.
Well, actually, it's one of my nonprofit components for myself, being a retired police officer. I'm fortunate that I served and I helped out. I'm probably the only retired police officer helping people, what I call one problem at a time. But it is kind of like my civic duty where I want to give back. Before I was in uniform, now I'm in a suit and tie or a T-shirt.
Yes.
But I always want to help. So I love knowing at night when I'm sleeping, I'm helping people, refer people in general.
And you have all the knowledge, so you learned all the knowledge, so you learned how a lawyer thinks and what is consistent of what's
Absolutely.
going on, so that you can give them the right information.
Correct.
So what is your plan now? You're on Cox, you're doing this, and where are you going?
You know, one of the things
It's cool.
one of the things I like to do is, I mean, it's great for the show. I like for it to take off in regards
Of
to it,
course.
especially in the community. Eventually, the legal network that was started, Las Vegas Legal Network. My goal is to actually have nationwide legal network that can help people in every state. So
Well,
they
you
can be
will
networked,
eventually.
yeah.
You've just moved to Cox, so from Cox you're going to go worldwide.
Hopefully,
Well,
so
at
knock
least
on wood.
nationwide.
Nationwide. So
Yes.
I just really enjoy helping people. Just like when I was a police officer, now I get to do it through the legal network and through the Problem Solver show. So we'll see where it takes me in general. But like I said, it's very rewarding when people thanking me and they're appreciative of my time. And believe it or not, I am 24/7 as of today. The last year, I answered the phone call 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
You sound like me.
So I'm answering calls. One thing that's interesting, when you call the police, the number's what?
911.
911, right? That's all through the U.S. Locally here, I was able to
I'm
get
glad
the
I
num-
remembered that because I never called 911.
I was able to get a number here, 702, the local number.
Yes.
999-1111.
999-1111.
So that's the problem solver. So the police is
That's the problem
911,
solver. Yes.
and the problem solver is 999-1111. It's an easy number to remember.
3 9s, 4 1s.
Correct.
Absolutely amazing. Now you are married and you've got kids and they're probably grown up now. Are they?
Actually,
grown?
believe it, I got some young babies. I got a 7, 5, and a 3-year-old, 2 girls and a boy.
Oh, you got married late.
And yeah, I'm married actually coming up 2 weeks. My wife Camilla, we're married 11 years. She's
Oh,
a
how
beautiful woman,
wonderful,
a very hard
yes.
worker, and
Yeah.
blessed to be with her and the children. So,
So
I'm
you're
very fortunate.
Do you feel like your kind of life has been, you've always kind of been in the right direction as giving to other people? Do you find it sort of, it's not complete yet because you've got many years to go, but it's kind of complete at the moment and it's kind of about helping people.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
people need that now. They need so much help now.
I'm here 20 years. Like I said, literally, I think it was about February 7th, 20 years ago. I drove out originally from New York City with my friend Jacob, and we drove all the way across the United States. Took about a week or 10 days, and came here. So it's I'm kind of blessed that I'm here for 20 years, and love Vegas. Try to help the community as much as I can, and I'm definitely blessed in regards to family, the children, and my career. Now I'm going on to the second career of being a problem solver.
We're having a problem with the younger generation. You have to be 21 to join the police force. We're having a decline in these young people joining the police force. What can we do, and how can we encourage them to join the police force with everything said and done out there? And now the example of a 21-year-old police officer in New York shot for no reason.
It's true. I think it's very difficult. Sad to say that there's always risk versus reward, right?
The risk I can cross the street and get killed. So,
So,
there's a risk in everything.
as a police officer, if the compensation is there,
Yes.
then some police officers will take, that risk to take that job, right?
Yes,
But these days, like I said, your last guest mentioned, most police officers work 20 years. Now they're trying to do 25 and 30 years.
Yes.
So imagine most officers start probably about 22.
Yes.
And if you work 30 years, that means you're 52 years old running around the street chasing bad guys, right?
Yeah. Well,
So
guess you can put it that
to me,
way,
it's a
yes.
little too old, I believe, to take that job. I'm 45 now. I'm not the same as I was when I was 22.
No.
So,
But you would be in a different position because over your years of experience, you would have a more sort of job that would suit you.
but it's more of a physical job.
But it's a
right?
physical job anyway.
Yeah. So I couldn't imagine when I took the job. It was 20 years. 30 years is a long time. Some people start when they're 30. That means you're going to be a cop till you're 60 or
60,
65.
also, yeah.
And in some states, there are officers that are older. God bless them. But it is a different job. It is more dangerous, right?
Yes, of course.
And I think they have to go back to the 20 years. Whatever city that you're in, not 30 years. You have to make the benefits and the pension plan worth it, because why would I risk my life? Like I have 3
'Cause you
babies.
are.
I was fortunate to retire once I had my first child, but imagine I don't go home one day and I can't see my children. So the risk versus reward. So if you're going to pay people for salary, and the problem with it is that the government, the politicians, need to be backing the police much more than they are doing these
Well,
days.
they're not backing the police very much now.
Correct.
People are saying they are backing them, we just don't hear about it. So, okay, well, let's hear about it, that you are backing them and you are doing it. Then put the word out there that you
Correct.
are. But what we're seeing, they're letting prisoners out and they're letting all sorts of, the world has gone, America's gone a little bit sort of, do whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter.
And I'm not sure if you heard the other day there was a driver that killed 9 people 3 days ago in North Las Vegas. Person had criminal history and he went through a red light. And he probably shouldn't be driving. He probably should not be on the street. And I'm all for people getting out and getting having their rights and having attorney representation, fighting a case. But
that's not the case.
This person went through a red light, killed 9 people, mass casualties, right?
Funny, that happened today. I'm driving, and it's gone this amber thing, and I stopped because I've seen too many accidents where they all do this. I'm stopping, and literally the guy next to me, next car, he went straight through. He missed
the car
because they were coming. You know, they were ready to go, and he's going through a red light, and it was in seconds.
Absolutely.
And I think people don't do that.
One of the things I'm trying to do is a new campaign. It's called a 5-second safety rule.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
If you're at a red light, you should count 5 full seconds. If you're at the first car,
yes,
5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 slowly. And then make sure you're good to go right and left. And then you can proceed through the green light because the other driver is going through a red light. I've seen it today twice already. So I call it the 5-second safety rule.
5-second safety rule. It just happened to bring it up, and you have it going already. I think that's amazing because I wasn't perturbed about myself, but that could have been a repercussion because if that car hit that car and that car swung around, I'm in the middle of an accident.
And my good friend Leslie, she mentioned the other day she tried the 5-second safety rule, and people were beeping her horn. And I said to her, it doesn't matter what the person behind.
It doesn't matter.
Worry about your own self and your family because, again, we're talking about the first row of cars.
Yeah, it's the first row that's going to go through that.
Exactly. The second car is not going to
But
bully
then
out
you've
the
got
problem.
the other car doing the same thing, that it's just changed and they're ready to wing it.
Absolutely.
So they're winging it, you're winging it, and guess what?
So people need to slow down in the community. 5-second safety rule is important. People need to be careful on the roadway, especially now. Like I said, I think it's a little bit more of different times.
Different times.
Yeah.
It's all different times. Take it, how it is and what it is. Sign up and become a policeman, please, because I think
we definitely need more police out there.
We need more police out there. We need
Absolutely.
more people out there and everything else. How can anybody get hold of you or get on your show?
So the Problem Solver Show, again, if they want to reach me, 999-1111, which is Problem Solver Show every Thursday. Right now it's at 4:30. Starting April 3rd, it will be Sundays at 10:30, Cox Channel 14. Las Vegas Legal Network, there's a toll-free number, which is 1-844-LAWYERS. So anyone that has a legal problem, they can call 1-844-LAWYERS, and then they'll get free consultations and free strategy sessions for any type of legal case that they have.
Isn't that amazing? Something for free, especially in the legal department because it costs so much. Thank you again. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely amazing, David. David is
Appreciate it.
absolutely wonderful. And what he does is amazing. He's giving his time and all his experience that he went through for 20 years, he's now giving it all to you out there, as well as doing his own thing and everything else, which is absolutely wonderful. And thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. We have all these different guests on. I've got somebody running for 3rd District, and now I've got the ex-policeman on, and everything is so different because that's Vegas. It might be the entertainment and music city of the world, but we also have other people living here. And we'll be right back with our next guest. Take care.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing.
We are live, all the way live with Ninon in a new location.
We're now on. Well, what was that thing you were swinging around?
I brought the party. You got to bring the party.
This is the party.
Bring the
I
party.
thought he was trying to hypnotize
DJ
me.
Miguel.
He's trying to hypnotize
I was
me.
trying to.
You were
That's true. I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah, you could. Well,
That'd
I
be
just
funny.
had a hypnotist.
Oh my God,
on.
I'm so happy to be back on your show.
Oh, this is Miguel.
It's
by
been
the
a
way.
year and a
You're
half.
on Vegas Live with Ninon, and we're down here at the Mariposa restaurant. Absolutely fabulous. You've got to come here. It's got all flowers and things all around.
The food's great.
Food is great. You had some food?
We had some food.
You had some food. Everything's wonderful. And who do we have? We have a young lady with us. Who's this?
This is
My name is Katie. I go by Kitty Cupcakes.
Kitty Cupcakes.
I work at
I
Cat's
always
Meow.
wanted to meet a Kitty Cupcake.
I know, right?
I got a Kitty Cupcakes at last.
Finally.
Okay, finally, yes. Now you have a show downtown Las Vegas.
We're both of us. We work at Cat's Meow.
Cat's Meow.
Kitty Cupcakes.
Now, what do we do at the Cat's Meow? 'Cause
It's
a fun show.
It's like spring break every day.
Oh, I like
Spring
that.
break every day. People come in, they go crazy, they party. You know, the people get on stage. It's karaoke, it's dancing, and we do games. They do basketball. They do these little games.
Now, I was down there.
Oh, you were?
I went down to sit, yeah, and a lot of different people from the audience went up on stage. And
Everybody.
they sang. Everybody.
It's a
goes
free
there.
for all. If you sing a song, it'd be like 20 people. They got drums, they got guitars, they got all kinds of stuff. They're your backup band.
Now, is this your show, and did you put this together?
No.
Or you just worked down there?
No, I just work there.
You work
Yeah,
down
we
there.
work for Harry is the owner, Michael's our manager, and Kurt and Richard, and those guys are all great. And Dunock is the actual kind of like my Dunock and Jason does the DJs, and Dunock he was with Jabberwocky. He's got a dance crew.
Oh, really?
That boy can dance.
Oh,
that
yeah.
boy can dance. He
Yeah.
does flips and stuff. When he does flips, I go, only two?
So this is definitely like a variety show. Remember the old days we had variety shows
Yeah.
with all different people performed and everything? This is kind of the same sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of, except for it's more
Put together?
people oriented.
More people?
The audience.
Oh, the audience is more involved in
The
it.
audience are the stars.
Because I was going to say your audience,
Yeah.
they all come, well, all your entertainers, any entertainer can go down there and perform.
Right. And what we do is we
It's like karaoke.
it is karaoke, but it's not normal karaoke.
Well, nothing would be normal with you.
Yeah, no, I'm just a DJ. I'm in the back. I'm not even on stage. I come out and do like some percussion solos.
You do a little bit of that
A little
stuff.
percussion, yeah, as you can see.
Yeah, a little
My
bit
finger
of that.
hurts.
And what do you do, young lady?
I sign everybody up to sing, so I'm the one that knows that I write the
You know
names
who
down.
everybody is and what they do.
I have
do
to-
you sing? Do you perform?
Yes,
do
she
you
sings.
I do sing and perform,
You
yes.
do? Can you give me a couple of bars of a song?
I can try.
Of course.
We were both young when I first saw you. I close my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there.
Yeah.
I'm standing there.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
they
not
did.
sitting there.
We're all sitting here.
We're all sitting here. Now, you went through a very, very bad COVID-19.
Oh my God, the worst.
This guy, let me tell you something.
The
I am
worst.
so happy that he is actually sitting here because you lost weight. You were in the hospital. I
was in the hospital for about a month.
You're in the hospital for a month.
Yeah.
Was there any time when you were in the hospital you thought, am I going to make this or am I not going to make it?
Not gonna make it, because it was COVID-19. There was no anti-vaccine or anything. They didn't even know what they were doing. They were guessing. Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try this. This is not working.
And
That's not working.
And did you hear them saying this, that we're going to try this
Yeah,
on you?
I'm standing right here, people. They're talking, and I'm going,
And
hello.
Did you say I don't mind what you try? Did you say you?
Well, I had no choice,
didn't have a choice.
but luckily, my first DJ that I worked with in San Francisco left working with me. She was with me for like 10 years to go to the medical field. She became a respiratory therapist. She found out.
Oh, respiratory, which
She-
is what it was.
Yes, and she found out that my oxygen level was at 45. She left her job at the top COVID hospital in San Jose, California, and came and left her job and stayed with me for 3 months to take care of me. And she was at the hospital going, nope, you can't do that. No, you can't put him on a respirator. His levels are too low. You have to do this. You have to do this. She made him put me on
What
a different
a-
machine
what a
until
God
my
gift.
yes, she
What
saved
a
my life.
God gift.
Yes,
Why-
saved my life.
But somebody, see, isn't it funny? We don't know why people come into our lives and what people actually do and how it is used. This is what God kind of does. I don't know how he works his own life. There's an awful lot of people in this world that he
Yeah.
takes care of. And he saved your life.
Oh, she
saved your
yeah,
life.
she did. Because they didn't know either. I mean, you could
You
tell.
couldn't really blame them.
No, nobody knew. Nobody knew. So it was COVID-19. It was like the first one nobody knew. I was the poster child for
You're
the
the poster child for COVID-19.
No, they like the place, the doctor that I go now. They're never even had a COVID patient. I was the only one.
The only one.
Yeah, and so where I go now.
Yes, yeah.
You know. So, but anyway, I'm all better. It's all good. I'm working. We just auditioned for the
Yeah, what we're doing.
the Las Vegas Legends.
Oh, Las
It's a
Vegas
soccer
Legends.
soccer team.
Yes,
We
yes.
went out there, did the show. They loved us. We're going to start doing more shows in March when the season starts up. Because I used to do the Oakland Raiders for 3 years.
Oh,
So I
okay.
kind of miss doing the sports thing.
Yes.
So, and I'm not doing the one here because my agent is not going to move to Las Vegas. She's got big shows in San Francisco. So,
Oh, so he's still in San Francisco.
yeah, so it's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good, you know.
But you can still have an agent in San Francisco.
Oh, I do. They're still there, and we still do shows. I did New Year's. New Year's was a big show I did in Lake Tahoe.
Oh,
For-
Lake
for
Tahoe's
them, yeah,
vibrant.
yeah.
Lake Tahoe happens to be a great place for New Year's.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple of times for New
Yeah.
Year's. And it has to be very exciting.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, and so we did the show there, and but this whole pandemic COVID thing is just really hard on business, really hard, because like I had like 5 shows. I got booked in Mexico, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Okay.
I had 5 shows during that span that I said no, I can't do. I had the MGM Christmas party in Detroit. I had a show at Caesars. I had a show at the Westin.
This is what it was really like. Now you're understanding what the performers and our entertainers went through.
Going through.
And still going
yeah,
through.
And so anyway, I turned down all those jobs 2 days before Mexico canceled. New variant, new restrictions. Canceled. I lost all that
All
money.
that money. Do you ever do any of the cruise ships or anything like that?
I've done cruise ships, but not for the ship. For like companies like
Yeah.
like through, like whatever the company, eBay or whatever, they hire the whole ship and I go on.
And then you go on for- with
they'll-
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with them, and it's only for a week.
Yeah, yeah.
Never
You
more
don't-
than that.
Never more
Yeah.
than a week.
So I've never done that before. I did one with we did the show we did the first night, we did the last night, and we were guests the rest of the time. And then we disembarked, went on an island. They built a stage and whatever, and they was hush hush. And so we opened up, got everybody
Cool.
going, and then all of a sudden, here comes the Beach Boys, in the Caribbean, an island called Nevis. I didn't even saw it on the map. It was one of those secret things.
One of those-
But you know what's funny about that show? Nobody knows about this show, right? So I'm setting up the stage and we're working everything, and I look at the water. It's beautiful, all clear,
You're all
nobody
happy
out there.
and everything's
And
beautiful.
by the time I finished setting up, getting ready to start the show, I turn around. There was like 50 boats out there, They're all watching the show for
watching
free.
the show.
For free.
Of course. Sounds,
Yeah.
sounds like Newport
I don't
Beach.
know, I don't-
Sounds like Newport Beach. I say,
How did the word get out? How did that even
because
get out?
they know. One says this and one says that, and
50
it's
boats
an
out there.
island, you know.
I think
everybody
Jimmy
knows.
Buffett had something to do with that. I'm not really sure. Like,
Probably.
all the boats were out there. I was like, it was just,
It was
just-
amazing.
It was a strange. It was like, how did that
Something
happen?
something you never
Yeah,
anticipated.
yeah. Everybody there was so nice because you're in the Caribbean and all of a sudden oh you're from America. Wow. I'm nobody, to be honest with you. I'm not the
No,
Beach
he
Boys.
is. No, he
I'm not
is
the Beach
something.
Boys.
No, he is. Now, what about you? What has your career been as a singer? And
Well, like I just started singing maybe about a year ago.
Okay.
When I was singing actually through a I was singing through someone singing, and Miguel told me to take a big step and sing without the other person, and I did, and he said I sounded really good.
and is she good? I've just heard you.
Yeah, she has
sing,
a nice
she's
voice.
Good. She has a nice
She's
voice.
she has a nice voice. The thing with me, we just did a corporate party for Brunswick and Budweiser, and it was like, I don't know,
Thousands of people.
2,000 people there, and she's people like her.
Yes.
She's personable. She has a good tone to her voice. She's personable with people. She understands branding. So I mean she fits right in. But she's new.
But you're new
She's
to
new.
the scene. So
Yeah.
how do you like the entertainment business? Is
I
it to
like
your
it.
liking, or is it something different?
I like it. It has the days when there's a lot of drunk people, but other than that, I get along and I love everybody I meet,
Yeah.
especially from like if they're from England or they're from Germany.
They must be nice if they're from
They
England.
are.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
are. A lot of them are.
They got to be
England
nice.
right here.
I love that.
But that's Vegas.
So the two of you to kind of put these shows
Well,
together.
I
and
have a
everything.
crew of girls. I work with
Yes.
Alley Cat. I work with.
How is Alley Cat?
She's good.
Is she
She's good.
okay?
Yeah, she's.
Because I kind of lost touch with a lot of these.
She works
you
with
know.
Cats too. She's DJ. She's doing. They opened up a new Cats Meow at the Excalibur, and she's over there.
Oh,
3
great.
nights a week. Yeah.
Oh, the Excalibur?
Well, they opened up a
that's-
Cats Meow there.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah.
on the strip.
It's on the strip. Yeah.
That is amazing because they were downtown.
Yeah. Well, we're still downtown.
You're
The
still downtown.
flagship is downtown, and they expanded, and they're expanding everywhere. They're going to Tennessee. They're going to Hawaii. They're just in this pandemic thing. Cats Meow is out there
It's out
expanding.
there expanding and getting bigger
Yeah.
and
So
bigger and
that's a
bigger.
good company to be with.
So it's a great company.
Yeah,
to be
it's a
with.
great company to be with. And then, I'm also doing Tex-Mex, which is a great place to play because it's on the strip and we are outside.
Yeah, I know.
So,
yeah, I know.
So it's Las Vegas Boulevard in Harmon, and last Saturday, I had to play till 3 in the morning because the place was like a
was
Latin
jammed.
discotheque.
Really?
Because I play Latin music there.
Yes, of course you do.
It
The
was-
bongos and all
oh,
that
it
stuff,
was
yeah.
the bongos.
Well, he goes crazy. I mean, let me tell you something. You really perform. When you perform, you sing as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he does everything.
yeah. And we it was just.
Do you sing with him?
Yeah, we sing together.
You sing together?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
I sing with everybody. And then we just opened up a new place in Pahrump last
Pahrump.
night. All country music, country line dancing. It's just so
I love
fun.
that line dancing.
Yeah.
I always get it wrong. I'm
Me too.
face left and it's all right, and then I'm face
Yeah,
wrong.
the other
I'm never-
left, the other
yeah,
right.
the other left, Ninon. Come on, Ninon. I'm
Yeah.
hopeless at that stuff.
But we just opened up that place, and it's a beautiful place. It's called Rhinestones, and it's in Pahrump. Oh my God, Rhinestones
And
is a great
how
place.
often is it open now? Tonight?
Well, it's open all the time. And tonight, Chase Brown will be there. I don't know if you know Chase.
I know Chase.
And I told all the girls, I said, guaranteed, ladies, Chase Brown will be taking his shirt off. And they were like, oh,
Yeah,
we gotta-
because he's got a physique on
Oh,
him.
my God,
He's
yeah.
very tall. He's
I
got
have to
this-
keep my shirt on.
He's got this cowboy. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep my shirt on.
Yeah, keep your shirt. Yeah, he's like, and he walks. He kind of, he saunters along. And it's like,
Yeah. So Chase Brown will be there tonight. So it's a brand new place in Pahrump, and Pahrump is a great place. In fact,
What is going on there?
in September they're doing the Pahrump Fall Festival, and I did it last year, first time.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness! There was like 30 bands from Vegas that I introduced, and we did pie eating contests. We did all the kids.
Yeah.
We partied with all the kids.
These are all the
got
things
them
that
all
happen
motivated.
in Vegas and Pahrump. and
Yeah.
around,
Oh yeah. I mean,
There's a lot going on now. So
and they hired me first time, and they were like, "Oh, we got to have you back. We love you. You're great." And of course I went with. I
you
went.
bring that charisma. You bring
Yeah,
that action.
I brought a crew too. I had Alley Cat. I had Sarah, who does great hula
Yes,
hoops.
yeah.
And Sarah and Alley Cat. And she's coming this year. But we did EDC, and EDC's coming back in May, so we'll be doing EDC in May. And EDC is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the craziest show
Yeah.
we do. I mean, it's just.
What does it sort of go around, EDC?
EDC is like all the electronic music, all the big time producers.
big time producers, yeah.
Like Marshmello, Calvin Harris, all the big time guys are there. you know,
And when is that going to be?
in May.
In May. Okay,
Yeah.
so look out for that.
Yeah,
Anybody,
we'll be
'cause
there. We are in what's called EDC Town.
EDC. We're
And-
in EDC Town.
Yeah,
I
and
thought it was in Vegas.
here's the main stage, and then here's EDC Town. EDC Town is the coolest thing, and we were voted the best in EDC Town.
See how cool is that?
Because we do the karaoke there, and it's like it's like one of those Asian houses with the big cat that goes like
and
this.
do you get a lot of out-of-town singers coming up? 'Cause it's
Yeah,
karaoke.
everybody's from out of town.
So
Everybody's from out of town.
anybody coming into town in May, it's going to be in May. You haven't got the right date yet for May, but it's
Yeah, I
in
think
May.
it's the 20th, 21st.
So around that
23rd,
time.
yeah.
So don't forget. So you can come in if you've got a voice and you want to sing and you're afraid to go on a big stage. Karaoke.
Yeah, and it's just
EDC.
some people don't even sing; they just come up. The thing about EDC is we're not the stars; the audience is the stars, and
Yes.
they get dressed up and they got bling and like, pasties and tutus. It doesn't matter how cold or how hot. They have these
They
costumes.
can do their thing.
They come and they do their thing. They are the stars.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
are the stars.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
It's a
wonderful.
really cool thing.
Now, how can anybody book you and how can they get hold of you?
I'm just on Facebook. Miguel Guidos. And she's on.
Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
And the name you're under on Facebook?
Catherine May.
Catherine May, and they can book you for singing, or what else do? Do you sort of put shows together, and like you seem to help in shows as well?
Hula looping, and I can dance a little bit.
She could probably dance a whole lot. She's just a little shy.
I try to watch YouTube videos and learn some new dance moves.
The main thing we came here for though was
Yes.
We are doing, what's the date?
February 12th, 7
February
a.m.
12th.
February 12th.
We are doing the
We're gonna-
Little Miss Hannah 5K run.
Little Miss Hannah 5K run.
Right.
This sounds like a fundraiser.
It's a
thing.
fundraiser, and I've been doing it for like 5 years now. And the girl who started, her name is Carrie,
Carrie, Austria.
Austria, and
Carrie, Austria.
it's
It's a fundraiser, and where does the money go?
it goes to this foundation for children who don't live past the age of 4.
With a
really?
rare disease.
It's a really rare disease. It's called rare cares or something.
Gaucher's.
Yeah, Gaucher's disease.
Gaucher's.
And it's so sad because they called me like 6 years ago. I've been doing it for 6 years.
How wonderful.
Just because
To raise money, so
yeah.
at least they have the 4 years of their life, they can live it beautifully.
Yeah, or
As
people don't
much
have the finances to
take
medical
care.
stuff.
Are most of the kids in their home?
I'm
Are
not really
you-
sure, but like they need a wheelchair, they need this,
Yeah,
or
they need everything.
they
Whatever
provide
they
they help provide that stuff, and I've been, it's just one of those things.
I know the Shriners have a lot to do with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I get a lot of jobs, but I
This
kind
one
of
you-
owe it to the fact that I try to give back.
Yeah,
You know,
isn't that amazing?
yeah.
And there's nothing like giving back, and especially to the children, and imagining, I'm sure the children might know that they're not going to live beyond a certain age, and that's tough and it's hard.
Yeah.
So you've got to try to give them as much as you possibly can, and give them the best 4 years that they could possibly have. So don't forget. So that's, as you said, February 12th.
February 12th.
And where does it start?
It's in Sunset Park, and it starts around 7 in the morning.
It starts 7 a.m. in the morning, Sunset Park. And where's Sunset Park on? Is it Eastern?
It's on
Sunset and Eastern.
yes,
Yeah, Sunset and Eastern.
Sunset and
yeah.
Eastern.
Sunset and Eastern. I know there's
Yeah.
a big park there. And
Come down and sign up to
Renaissance.
run.
Sign up to run. And where do they sign up to run?
I'm not sure, just down there
Down there.
or
Down
on,
there.
on the website.
Okay. So what we're going to do, I believe my producer's going to do, Maria's going to put a poster up.
Yeah,
and
it's on
it'll-
there.
And it'll have all the information on the poster. So
Right.
don't forget to go to Vegas Live with Ninon on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, and also social media shows. This will be out there as well. So we'll give it as much publicity as we possibly can, so we can do a little part and help these kids. It's all worth it.
Yeah,
Everything's worth it, especially
definitely.
for kids.
I think the name's Jennifer. That's working it. That's in
Jennifer.
charge of it.
That'll all be on the poster. So
Yeah.
all the information you need. We just want you to get Miguel out here and make sure that we put this out there so you can be down there. It's a 5K run.
I don't know what
5K.
that is.
I do.
I don't. Oh, okay.
You run?
I've never run. I don't
Okay.
run. I
I
dance.
don't run. I don't know what I do.
I prance.
I
We're
host,
starting
I
to do.
guess.
We're starting to do
prance.
more.
Yeah, we're start-
I'm waiting to hear back from the rock and roll
Hall of
race.
Fame?
The rock and
Oh,
roll
rock and-
race
oh,
on the strip.
yes.
And then there's the bubble run. So
Bubble run,
the
rock
bubble
and-
run and
oh,
rock and
this
roll.
is all becoming very exciting.
Yeah.
Don't forget to go to Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube and become subscribe, and join and become a member and all that wonderful stuff. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, we're everywhere. You name it, we're there. And also we've got the other show, Ninon Speaks, is also coming out there as well. We'll be right back with our next guest, and you take care.
Yay! Oh, so good to see you.
Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. Ninon de Rosa. How about that? I have TrinaMarie
Yes.
with me. She's Mrs. Nevada. Absolutely gorgeous. You look too young to be a Mrs., but that's okay.
Thank you.
You look far too young. You know, I guess a lot of people have said that you look like Diana Ross.
Oh, hey, I take that as a compliment.
Yeah, well, she's a beautiful woman, and
Yes.
so aren't you. And I
Thank
love
you.
the crown. This is
Thank
also, when did all this happen?
This happened November 6th of 2021,
Okay.
and I'm going to start by saying we are so big about our title. It is United States of America's Mrs. Nevada.
United States of
2022.
Americas of 2022.
Mrs. Nevada 2022,
Mrs.
yes. We're going to get it by the end of the
Nevada.
show.
Yeah, well, no, we've already got it. Don't
Okay.
worry. I think she's going to be taking over. I'll just
No.
sit back and I'll just let her go. Since I don't know anyway, so it doesn't matter. But so when you got this award, first of all, how did you get into it? Because I know there's a kind of a process.
Yeah, really good question. Thank you for that. Actually, in 2020, I said I wanted to do something I said I would never do because I wanted to step outside my comfort zone and grow. And the best way is by doing just that, stepping out your comfort zone. I did not realize that it was going to push me to start talking about something that I said that I would never talk about.
So she never these are all things she never wants
Yes.
to do, by the way. So we're going to call this episode, Never Wanted to Do This, but I'm going to go out of my comfort zone.
And great things
And
can
here you
happen.
are. Of course they can. Once you're out of your comfort zone, you don't know what's
Yes.
going to happen.
Yes.
So you got out of your comfort zone twice now.
Yes.
So let's go back to the first one. When you got out of your comfort zone for the first one, which was to go into a competition,
Yes.
which
So
is
I
called a
went-
pageant.
Yes, I did a pageant, met some amazing women that I just love how involved
But she
they
knew
were.
she would never meet unless she was in this.
Well, actually, I met them before, so that's
So
what got
they
my.
got you in there.
Yeah, so that what got
But
my
now
attention.
you're out of
yes.
your comfort zone.
Now I'm out of my comfort zone, not completely, but I'm almost out of my comfort zone.
No, we're talking
Almost.
about not now. We're talking about then. Then you were really out of your comfort zone because you didn't know what was going to happen. Did you ever been in a pageant before?
I have not since the first time I was in a pageant was 2020.
Oh, it's just a couple of years
Yes.
ago. Okay. And did you win that one?
I did not. I kind of said I
And
wanted
why
to
didn't
just.
you win? I can't
You know
believe
what?
it,
Because the
but
truth is, I didn't give it 100% because I was still a little leery. I'm gonna be completely honest, because you hear kind of negative things. So I said, I just want to kind of feel this out. I'm gonna be completely honest. I just want to feel
in front
this
of all
out.
these people, I'm going to feel
Yes,
this out.
I'm just gonna feel this out. Yes. Sometimes you do that. Sometimes you got to take baby steps.
Well, yes. Sometimes you do
Yes.
have to take baby steps, but when you go out on that stage and you're the only person on a stage and you're performing, even if it's just walking out there, that's could be terrifying. But with all the panic things that are inside of you and the anticipation, that's what you use. And that gives you the strength
Yes.
out there to do what
Yes.
you're doing, because you do
Yes.
ridiculous, silly things when you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know
Yes.
what you're supposed to do, or you're trying to copy the last person that walked out there, and you really don't want to copy them, because if they're not that good, you don't want to copy them.
Right.
So,
You know what the interesting thing is that when I got on the stage, it's like I came to life though.
that's what
I had
happens.
so much fun, and I said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this again, but I'm gonna give it 200%."
Yes, you have to
Yes.
give everything your
Yes.
full percent.
Yes.
Now, when you went out the first time, what did you actually do? Did you sing? What did you dance?
So there wasn't a talent. It's really big about being involved with the community, having a platform.
Okay.
It's an interview, so
Okay.
you had to, meet
Be interviewed,
judges,
yeah.
be interviewed. They ask you questions, and then there's also the on-stage question, as well as your evening gown, and you swim.
Wow. So, and you have to swim.
Swimsuit, I should
Swimsuit.
say.
Oh,
Swimsuit.
swimsuit. I
Yes.
could say you could go to the pool and start swimming.
Swimsuit, yes.
I would win that one because I would, because one time I had an underwater swimming ex, so I know all about swimming. So yeah, I did some crazy time of my life. But anyway, so you didn't win that one, but you probably weren't prepared to win it anyway because it was kind of an experience.
Right.
So it was a great
Right.
experience for
It
you.
was a great
So what gave you the courage for the second one and to become a winner? What did you do that was so different?
I invest a lot in myself. I work with some outstanding coaches. the pageant world was completely different, so I didn't really know what to do. Even though I didn't have a problem like getting dressed up and doll, that's just a small inkling of it. And continue to define my voice and kind of drilled into my platform, which is sparkle, turning darkness into light. And I'm a really
Sparkle,
big turning darkness into light.
I like that.
Thank you.
We need a lot of that right now.
Yes. Oh, we do.
We need a lot of
We
that
need a lot of
darkness
it.
and
Yes.
light. And
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
So I'm big about eradicating stigmas associated with mental health. I think we're doing a better job with creating more awareness around it, but I want to put focus in. If we don't remove the stigma, people are not going to ask
But
for
what
help.
is the stigma about mental health? Because I think one of the stigmas is everybody thinks, oh, they all take drugs. They're all on drugs. They're all on drugs. They're all on
Yeah,
drugs.
no,
Yeah.
that's
And
right.
that's what
That is
made
a
them.
stigma.
Yeah.
Right, that's a stigma. They're addicted to something.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with them, and reality,
We don't want to associate with them.
you don't want to. Right.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
but
we can see people as weak. Right, they're not strong enough. They're not ready for the next position in
you
their
seem to
life.
count drugs as a detriment to that person that doesn't have control of themselves, and they're just taking it to get high or to a better life or to be lazy or not do all this. And sometimes, a lot of the time, it is not that. A lot of the time, it's a mental thing that maybe they're born with. Is that true?
Sometimes they're born with it. Sometimes it's trauma.
Just created.
It's created from trauma, and
Yes.
trauma people don't realize is anything that changes your perception on life or how you view yourself.
Okay.
Anything. So it
So
can happen
what is
anytime
your
in your
main
life.
focus on what you want to do to change it? Because this is a big thing out
is
there.
a big
I mean,
thing,
we've got
yes.
opioids, we've got all sorts of crazy stuff that everyone's taking.
Right. And people take opioids and are addicted to things because they don't want to feel the pain. Right. So it's that mental illness.
So they
So they take something to numb it.
And it,
They don't realize it a lot of times before it becomes an addiction.
okay.
Right. But then once it becomes an addiction, they just.
How do
they
you know
wanna take
about
it.
all this stuff?
I do have a master's in human services.
So now we're getting to the nitty gritty of it. Now we're getting.
Yes, and I do a lot of research. My mom suffered from a mental illness when I was younger, and so did my grandmother. They didn't have the experience of being addicted to a drug, but they did have.
Well,
a
those
serious
days
mental
nobody
illness.
had an illness.
And
Nobody was anything. Nobody did have these problems.
no one talked about it.
They had them, but
Nobody, yeah,
nobody talked about it.
Yes, and even now, even though we're talking about it a little bit more, we still don't talk about it enough. Because do you know that we lose someone to suicide every 40 seconds in this world?
We lose, yes. I know that the suicide is in the younger generation and children is very, very high.
Yes, right now, and in the older generation, and in LGBTQ communities.
Yes.
Yes, and in minority communities are starting to rise too. But the elder generation
Is
and
this
the
because
young.
of the medication they're taking as guiding them to commit suicide?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I know.
We're gonna leave that.
I always have good
Yes, that's a
questions.
good one.
Well, if you take too much of something and you're sort of all up and high and you're in the top of a building and you feel you can walk off the
Yeah.
building, well, guess what?
You have to be careful to read what the side effects are, and that's the problem. So
Well,
that's- yeah.
everything has side effects. I don't care what you take. Even an aspirin, you have side
Yeah.
effects.
Yeah, I'm not an advocate of taking medication at all if you don't have to. If you
Yes.
have to, that's one thing. So I don't want to say don't take medication.
So this is what you're dealing with, the mental people. I love your shoes, by the way.
Thank you.
So you're dealing with these mental, so
Yours
thank you. So what is the guidance? What can you advise in the camera? So what, if people have got this problem, what's the best thing for them to do now to help them so they don't have to take these pills?
So I always say that, the first thing is you got to go talk to someone. You need to talk to someone who's licensed, who's an expert. So a therapist, a psychologist, whatever.
Well, what happens if they don't want to do that? Forget the doctors. What if they
A
want to...
counselor, but you
Well,
have to
why?
talk to
Why
someone.
Why can't they
If-
just talk to somebody,
if you're-
anybody without a degree?
Well, here's the thing. You can, but
Because not everybody wants
when-
that.
not
or
even
can
the-
afford it.
well, you can talk to your friends or whatever.
Yeah.
But remember, they're not licensed. They're not specialized in
I know, but
helping
they can
you get
still
over.
try
it.
to,
They can be there to listen,
yeah.
but if you really want to
Well,
grow
you can
and
talk
get help,
one-on-one. You can talk one-on-one.
yeah. But if you really want to grow, let's just say if you
Oh,
really,
really
want to
wanna
grow,
grow,
if you
okay.
really want to push and say, you know what, I don't know why I'm like this. Whether it be you're codependent, right? Or you always pick someone bad in a relationship. It could. A lot of times it's a reason why.
Relationship. You choose somebody because you're lonely and you want someone and it's the wrong person you choose.
but you keep choosing the wrong person, but you want a serious relationship and you're trying to figure out why, you need to talk to someone that's going to help you uncover some things.
Yes.
Right?
Oh.
So there's
now,
things that may have happened in your childhood or later that is a reason why you're attracted to.
these type of
Yes.
people. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So is it most of it, is it in the childhood? Is it the development of the first 5 years?
Those are critical years. They're definitely critical years, but it can happen at any time.
Yeah.
It can happen you can get to high school, you can get to college, you can graduate, you can whatever.
Are you doing this right now?
I am. So I actually work, I'll go to schools and I'll teach the youth. I teach life coping skills. When you ask me about resources,
Yes.
that's one thing too, is we need to be able to know life coping skills, all of us. And it needs to be taught no later than the 3rd grade.
Okay.
And starting preschool, these kids need to be taught how to identify and recognize their emotions and know why they're angry or they're upset. Because
In a younger age, so they can kind of change it a little bit.
it would help them with the life coping skills, so that when things happen or something, someone says something to them, or like I said, some type of trauma happens to them, they'll be able to have better life coping skills, and they'll be able to know, you know what, I'm not doing okay, and that's okay.
But if you're a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, you don't know you're not doing okay, do you?
That's why a lot of them, they're angry,
yeah.
right? They
'Cause
get
they
into
don't
fights
know.
and
I don't know.
they don't know. They're
I haven't
upset.
been a 5-year-old for a long time. Don't know what goes on there. I would imagine in this day and age it's very dramatic, I would think. I don't know. So anyway, so you work in, you help
Yes.
help this all. Now, back to the pageant.
Yes.
So when you went to the second pageant and you won, did you have to sing? Did you have to do a talent? Did
No
you have
talent.
To do, no
It's
talent is
community.
involved. Community.
It's 50% on stage. Our interview is just as important.
It's also important.
Yes.
So how many women were in this?
I was asked that question. It's about maybe about 15.
15 women. So
Yeah.
you were competing with
And it's
15
different-
women.
different
Bad enough to
visions.
competing
15.
with one woman. Never mind 15 of them. Whew.
Yes. So there's different divisions too.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's different divisions of it. So when they called, how many did they have on stage to call out who was going to be the winner? Because they call out the third and the second and then the...
Yes.
Yes. So how were you when they were doing all this? And you weren't called out for number 3 and you weren't called out for number 2. It's coming up to the winner.
Well, I would just say that through the whole entire process, for me, I pray a lot. So it was exciting. I'll just say that it was exciting.
Okay.
It was nerve-wracking, and I'm just very grateful.
But
Yeah.
Now, what you have to do, because I understand you have to do quite a lot of work when you have to attend a lot of stuff and do a lot of stuff. Is it a lot of work?
Yes, it's a lot of work. I'm not going to say that it's not, but
Yeah, 'cause you
nothing
have to-
good comes easy.
Yeah, you have to go to all these different functions.
You
and
do,
And
yeah.
do you have to talk at some of these functions? You have to talk and give a little story and a little something of...
Yes.
Of what they want.
Depending on the function, yeah. Sometimes you're talking, you're networking, then also too, one of my responsibilities too is
Yes.
to help grow the pageant, and I think the pageant is fantastic. So I'm always talking to young ladies too about why they should do a pageant, and you'll be surprised. A lot of people like me were like, no, until I started sharing my story. Then it actually gets their attention, and they're interested. I already got like 3 people I'm already recruited.
really?
So, yes.
So when you're Mrs. Nevada right now, are you Mrs. Nevada 2022?
Yes.
Until
United States of America's Mrs. Nevada.
United States
Of
of
Americas.
Americas. Not America, Americas.
Thank you. Yes.
Clarify that.
Yes.
No, that's okay. Oh, nice of America. No, Americas.
Americas,
You're
yes.
less somewhere there.
Yes.
Absolutely. So when is your term up?
No. Ideally, it's going to be November of this
So
year.
you're all the way till November. You've still got a whole,
I
6,
still
7,
have
8,
yes,
8 months to
yes.
go yet.
And then I'm competing for the national title, United States of America's Mrs. So to represent the great United States of America.
United States
Yes.
of America.
In February, the 16th to the 19th.
That's next month. No, this
This
month.
month?
No, it's this
In
month. February already.
2
Holy shoot.
weeks.
Yes, in 2
13
weeks.
days, less than 2 weeks.
And what do you have to rehearse for that one? Because that's pretty big.
Same,
Too.
you still. So this
Same
one
old thing.
includes a costume. So we have to put together, we're putting together a costume, but then
What
we
are you gonna be?
practice.
Well, you can't tell.
You
'cause
have
if
to
she
come to the
tells-
show and find out.
No,
You have to
because
come
if
not to
she
the show, but to
tells,
the
then somebody else
competition.
might choose the same
Very
thing.
true. And it is exciting to see. I think that's one of the favorite parts a lot of people say is they're wondering what the girls
You
what
can
the
go as
costumes are
Diana
gonna
Ross.
be. Yeah. Oh, I didn't think
Girls
about
Diana
that.
Ross. I mean, with the gown and the whole bit of
Yes.
the sparkle.
Yes.
I interviewed her daughter Wanda
Did
Ross, yes,
you?
I did some time
Oh,
ago. Lovely
okay.
lady, beautiful lady, and I did see. I've seen Diana Ross's show many times. I think she's the most incredible performer, as of from young until now. An incredible performer. If there's anything you wanted to wish for right now, what would it be?
That people will start to really change their perception on the way that they view mental health, because it will make a difference in the world, and it will help reduce suicide. People have to know that it's okay to not be okay. They just can't unpack their bags and stay there. They have to ask for help. But in order to do so, they have to feel empowered, inspired, and encouraged to
Okay.
do so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So get encouragement out there and sort of just go ahead and do it. I mean, I know that we feel a lot of people are looking at us and a lot of people are going to sort of, criticize us, but that doesn't matter because it'll only make you better, won't it?
Right.
Give you the encouragement and
Yeah.
help you feel better and drop all those pills.
Yes,
I'm a big pill
but
thing,
here's
drop
the
it.
thing. So they call them trolls on the internet, and they keep saying negative things. It does beat up on you. It does
Yeah.
tug at your heart, and it does bring you down.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying, we still have to destigmatize mental health and realize that it's okay not to be okay, and we have feelings.
It is okay not to be okay.
Yes.
Just make yourself better. One of the greatest things you can do is go to your bedroom. I always say, go to your bedroom, just sit on your bed or the chair or whatever, and just sit. You don't have to be thinking of anything, nothing.
And
but
journal.
That's one of the, what's that?
And journal.
Journal what?
Write your feelings out. I believe in journaling.
This is a time. Yeah, this is a time when you don't do any of this. This is a time when you clear your mind. You don't have to do anything, and just go in there and just relax and
Yes,
just think of anything you
that's
want to think
beautiful.
of, and
Yeah.
don't and just because your bedroom is actually the most tranquil place, or it should be in the
It
house.
should be. It
Because
should be.
when you go to bed at night, clear your mind of everything.
Yes.
and
No
just-
working in the
and
bed.
just love yourself.
Yes, just love yourself.
Just
Yes.
love yourself.
Yes.
How can anybody reach you?
They can reach me. You can find me at my blog, beingTrinaMarie.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to give you 2 social handles: my USOA Miss Nevada and Being Trina Marie. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely, it's great
Okay.
having you, and I love what you do. You're doing
Thank
two
you.
things. You're encouraging with the pageants, and you're also helping our mental health people out there,
Yes.
mentally ill, and stop them from all these suicides and everything. Because everybody out there is worth something. Everybody. And everybody out there has a talent. You might not have recognized it yet, but you have a talent. It might be something you don't want to do, but sometimes your talent will get you out of the rut you're in of something you don't like to do. And sometimes you've got to do that.
Yes,
Sometimes you've got to do
yes.
what you don't like doing. I've done it many, many times. You have to do something you don't like doing to get you to the next level.
Well
but
said.
do it. But do it. Don't worry about it. And don't worry about what other people think.
Yes.
Unless they're paying your rent and paying everything and they're giving you the life of luxury, then maybe you'll give them a second look. I don't know. Anyway, don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe and do all the above. And to social media shows, absolutely amazing. We're doing very, very well. We're on this great big thing, which is streaming. We do a lot of streaming with all the shows and everything, doing extremely well because that's the new thing coming out and everybody's doing it. And don't forget Mariposa Restaurant. It's on Sahara and I think it's Decatur.
Decatur.
Yeah, Decatur. It's right here on Decatur and Sahara. The food is amazing. The ambiance is wonderful. It's absolutely great. They have happy hour, I believe, from 3 o'clock till 7. They have a long happy hour, which is absolutely fabulous. We'll be right back with our next guest. You take care. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. And we've got all this energy going and all this stuff going. We're interviewing so many people today, and each one is so different. They've all got a different story. And now I have Zainab Hamza. I think I'm getting it a little right.
You're good.
Am I good? Am I okay?
You're good.
I'm
You're
getting
good.
there. I'm getting there. I was never good of names. But, you know, I don't pre-interview. I don't do any of this stuff. I owe you an apology. Because you were supposed to be on my show. Supposed to be on my show a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And we were running kind of not late, but you couldn't wait because you had to go somewhere for something. I don't know. What was it? Well, she suddenly rushed off.
All right, I'll tell you what happened.
Well, how? I want to know the story because I don't like to
Yes.
let any of my guests down.
Definitely. I got COVID. So that what made me change the
Oh,
date.
I'm glad.
I know.
Oh, okay. So we're in good shape for the shape we're in. All right. So it was nothing. I thought it was to do with me, and I thought, what on earth did I do? And it wasn't. Well,
No, it wasn't you.
touch wood. I have to touch this head of mine.
Yeah, touch wood,
Touch
exactly.
wood. I haven't had COVID. I did get vaccinated.
Awesome.
Yeah, I had to get vaccinated because I was going to go to England. Then I couldn't go to England because I had a 10-day quarantine in England. I was only going to be in England for 5 days, so that was hopeless. Yeah, I was going there for something very important. You're over COVID. I love your dress. I
Oh.
love the colour.
Thank you, thank you.
So how are you?
I'm good,
So
good.
you got COVID. Bad, good, bad,
Yes.
right or wrong?
It was kind of in the middle. My heart, my back hurted so bad. That was the bad about it. I don't know what is it.
Your
but
back hurt?
Yeah, my back hurted so bad.
Well, I've heard that you get dizzy. There's a dizzy thing going on, which is a lightheaded, and you think you're like, donkey-doo, you're flying
Yes,
around.
I got that
And then there's
too.
a headache thing going on, and it gets these vibrant headaches apparently.
I didn't get headaches. All I wanted to sleep the whole day. Like I can literally wake up for
That's
5 minutes.
Funny. I had the vaccine,
Uh-huh.
and ever since the vaccine, I want to sleep. I still want to sleep. I had the vaccine. I don't know how.
Really?
Well, and I never wanted to sleep. Well, I never wanted to sleep, but I didn't sleep as much as I want to sleep now. So,
Uh-huh.
did you have the same thing?
Oh yeah, I had the same thing. Like I literally sleep the whole night, wake up in the morning, I stay awake for 5 minutes, and I go to sleep.
You want to go back to sleep again? For how many hours?
Like probably 7 or 8 hours.
So you're like sleeping all day.
I've been sleeping the whole
So
day.
how long did this go on? This is like kind of
a
a
good
waste.
question.
This is kind of a waste of time because all you're doing is sleeping. But well, hang on a second. There's good coming out of sleeping. Good
Yes.
can come out of sleep. You rest your body as a woman.
Yes.
And what were the dreams like? You can remember?
Oh, it was good
'Cause you can have excitement and live or sleep vicariously with all these dreams.
You're right. It was good dreams. The only thing I didn't like, I was sweating. Like I literally, I don't know if it was fever or whatever, but
Sweating.
during the sleep, yeah, like I was sweating. Like whenever I wake up that 5 minutes just to change my clothes and
Go back to sleep. Well, it's good that we can laugh about this because this really is not a laughing subject, and I don't know why we're in hilariously mood and laughing. There's really nothing to
Yes.
laugh about.
You got a big fun
You're
of it.
sick and you're nearly dying, and we're laughing. Well, anyway, so so that's why that was the problem. So
Yes,
now
that
we
was.
solved. That took us half an hour to solve the problem why she wasn't on before. So now what? Now we're gonna find out why. What are you doing?
All right. So I'm a realtor
Okay.
here in Las Vegas.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay, and how's it going?
It's
I know
going
how
good.
it's going. I know how it's going.
You know, it's going good. It's going great.
It's going great.
It's going great, yeah.
But with your personality, I think you should sell every house you got.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
yeah,
you. Thank you
yeah.
so much, Ninon.
So is it? It's my pleasure. I can pay me later.
Yeah, okay, I'll pay you later.
Anyway, I love this woman. She laughs. She jokes. It's fun.
Thank you, honey.
All
You
the
too.
others get very serious. We want to have to be in a serious mood.
Okay.
It's not very good for me to be in a serious mood, by the way. So you're in the real estate. Houses, obviously, houses or commercial?
No, residential. Sorry, I
Residential.
should be specific. Yeah, residential.
Residential.
Uh-huh.
And what district? Any district, or you pick up listings, or what? How does that work for
I
you?
have a niche actually, which
what's
is.
your-
Oh yeah, you
got
got
a
to niche
niche.
down for sure
Yeah,
if
you
you
got-
want to make it.
You've got to have a niche for everything. What is your niche?
It's first-time home buyers.
Oh, first-time home buyers. Well, that's the majority of people, isn't it?
Yes, it's the majority. Yeah.
Especially because we've got a lot of people coming actually into Vegas.
Exactly. Those actually, they call them relocation, you know,
They're
because
relocated.
yeah,
So
they're-
they bought a house before they know the procedure.
exactly.
So you could dealing with probably a lot of young people then.
That's what I'm looking for since I'm a millennial. So yeah,
You're a millennial.
yeah.
What is a millennial? What is a millennial? 20,
There
was
are-
the year what, 20,
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I think maybe
from 2021? Is it from
1979, from 1979, 1980 to.
That's old.
Yes.
That's an old millennial. I thought it was something like starting
90
in the 200s.
No,
So 2020.
I think 1980 to 1995. Those are millennials.
Kind of, well, then I'm a millennial.
Yeah, you are.
I knew I was something. I couldn't quite know what I was, but. All right, I'm in a correct category. I'm a millennial.
Okay.
Now, what do I do with my life? Continue.
Yeah, so I do speak 4 languages, by the way, because originally.
I'm now in for a challenge, aren't I? Comment allez-vous?
Je vais bien, et vous?
Je
Vous
vais
allez
bien
bien?
à vous, yes. Yeah, car. Here we go.
How
Now
did you know? Sorry.
How do I know that?
How did you know that?
Shahida. Shahida into Becky. I bet you she doesn't know that.
I don't know him. Shahida.
Shahida is hello in Arabic.
Oh, okay. Oh my
She
God,
thinks it's a person. What is Madagascar? There's a little island called Madagascar, and I remember asking, I know a friend of mine or something, there's, oh, who's that? It's an island, sweetheart. This is what you call, this is actually not an interview, this is comedy hour.
It is.
This
Gonna
is
have fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun. So you speak Russian?
No, I don't. So
Oh.
you guess. You guess 2 actually of them, which is Arabic and French.
You speak Arabic?
I do. I speak all dialects
I
though.
don't know what Shuhaida is. Shahida, come on, me Becky. Shahida, what is it?
I
No,
didn't get it.
no,
Shahida.
Shahida. That's all
It's
right.
which is
It's
okay.
Arabic. It's for hello. How are you, Shahida? What's going on? What's happening?
Ah, Shuhaida. All right, all right.
Oh, excuse me, Shahida. I didn't pronounce it the right way. I got to put that strong. You know why they speak French in the Middle East? Because the Arabic language is so hard for a woman that it makes her look too masculine. So they teach. Am I right?
You're right.
And so they teach them the French language because the French language is very, it's very beautiful and romantic. But the Arab is very, and it's like, okay, all right, I agree with whatever you say. It's fine.
No offense, but you're right. No offense.
Well,
But
I'm
you're
not
right.
from there. What nationality are you anyway
No, I
now?
mean to all Arabic
Yes,
speakers, you
Oh
know.
no, that's beautiful. The Arabic, the Middle
But
Eastern
you're right, yeah.
women are beautiful.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you. I'm not Middle Easterns though. You will.
What are you
will
thanking me
be
for?
surprised.
Then
I'm-
why are you thanking me if you're not Middle Eastern? We talk about the Middle Eastern. She says, thank you.
I'm just trying to be nice to them. I'm scared.
You're scared of them?
Yeah.
Oh, don't be scared of them. They're fabulous people. I get on with them.
I know,
I lived
I
in Beirut for 2 years, so I know all
You
about
did?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I didn't know
Oh.
that. That's amazing.
Well, you don't know me anyway.
Oh yeah, I
the
don't know
first time
you.
we met. So how would you know I lived in Beirut?
But I did. I did some research about you.
Oh, you've been researching
I've
me.
been researching.
She's been researching me. She put in my name. If you put in, I'll give you a clue, guys out there. If you put in Ninon de Rosa, you can read all about me. It's that simple and that easy. You'll even know how old I am, but don't you dare tell anybody. That's a hush
See?
word. That's very hush hush.
Hush, hush.
And I've forgotten what I was asking her. What was I asking you?
Yeah, we're
All right,
asking
4
me-
languages.
Yeah. So the 4 languages I speak: French, Arabic, English, and Moroccan. Since I'm Moroccan.
Oh, you're Moroccan.
I am. Yes.
I had my brother went out with a girl from Morocco. Absolutely lovely. How come they're all pretty over there?
Oh, it is. It is pretty.
They're
Yeah.
pretty ladies over there.
It is.
So what brought you out of Morocco? By the way, Morocco is beautiful. I've never been there, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
But what brought you out of you didn't?
All right. I came here as a student.
Okay.
So I graduated from France. I got my bachelor's degree there. Then I went back to Morocco.
Okay.
I worked
You
for
took another bachelor's
yeah,
degree.
another How did you know? Yes. Oh my God, Nino. It
That
looks
was a
like
joke. Just guessing.
Oh, you got it.
I got it. Well, I could be on that Jeopardy program. You know, they have this Jeopardy program. I could get on that Jeopardy program. They ask you all
Why
these
not?
different questions. Go ahead anyway. So
Why not?
4 languages.
Yes, 4 languages. Then I decided to come here again and get
To
another
Vegas or United States?
to United States
Okay.
to live the American dream and get my bachelor degree.
It's become the American nightmare now.
Oh my God, Ninon,
I
you know
said it.
everything.
I said it. We can't go out of our homes. We've got to be vaccinated. We've got to wear masks.
Yes.
We can't get too close to anybody. I might as well go live on an island all by myself, and then I don't have to worry. I don't have to wear a mask. I don't have to worry about anything. The only thing is
I
I have to bring Maria with me so we can do our talk show. But then I have to interview the fish. I don't know. I've never interviewed a wet salmon. What can I say? Anyway, back to my guest. I'm
Anyway,
because she laughs all the time. I can see all these.
I
jokes.
do, yeah,
I
because
love
you're
it.
funny. You're funny. You made it.
You're
Believe me.
funny. This is not what
Thank
you
you.
were expecting, was it?
Oh my God, I was.
Were you nervous?
Oh yeah, I was
You're
so
even more,
nervous.
she's even more nervous now. She doesn't know what's going to come out of this mouth.
You're making it fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, you wanted to have a fun. She wanted to have a fun interview, and you got what you wanted.
Yes, I got what I wanted.
I'm
Yes.
going to shut up and let you talk.
No, please.
I'm going to zip it. You know, this new word out there, zip it. And I have to wonder, what do you mean zip it? Zip what? My shoe, my zip, my mouth.
Oh my gosh. So, I moved to Boston from Morocco.
Oh, Boston.
Boston, Massachusetts.
You know, Boston is the closest to England.
It is.
They say that's what. So my husband was from Boston.
Oh,
He said,
really?
"Oh, gotta go. Let me show you Boston. It's just like England. What is? Let me tell you something.
Tell us. Yeah. Tell me.
Nothing like England.
Because you're right. That's what they say over there. Yeah,
Just like England.
it's New England. Yeah.
They've
So
got Yale. They've got all the famous schools on there. All the same as I know we have 2 great universities in England. And we
Yes.
have good universities
Of
in
course,
England. But
yes.
nothing like Boston.
nothing
Boston's-
like Boston. Yeah.
And then they got all the Irish in Boston too.
Yes.
We have our Irish in Ireland.
You do.
We don't-
Yeah.
we don't have them in England. A few of them.
Okay.
But that's a different country.
Okay. Yeah, it's a different country.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, we're English. Great Britain includes Ireland and Scotland. But when you say England, it's just England.
Which is the UK only, huh?
United.
Okay, United Kingdom. I have 25 cousins, I think, in the
In
UK.
England.
In England, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my auntie.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're okay. They
They're
moved
fine,
there and they made a
They've got
family.
they've got that Boris Johnson or something. I don't know. The one with the funny hair all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's how I should do my hair, right?
Yeah.
Get a little spiky or something.
Yeah, so back to Boston. So I graduated from Salem State University. I got.
Salem, that's the witch place. Which?
It is. Have you been there?
Yes. I know Boston. That's where they have the witch. That's the witch country. Salem.
It is. It is.
Is it?
It is. It is.
It's all witchified.
It is all witchified. You're right. Especially that's
So how did you
Halloween.
come out? How did you come out?
Oh my God.
happened?
I've lived there for 5 years.
That was 5 years too long.
I know. It was too long.
Right,
It was
right.
too long. Especially for me. Not that I love Boston. It's a beautiful place.
Yes.
But for someone who's from Africa, taking someone from beautiful weather to a horrible weather. Like snow, like
Imagine what it's like there now.
oh
You have
yeah.
to plow your own stuff out of the house.
Yes, and you gotta put salt before you go to sleep to make sure you gotta get your car out and stuff. You know, it was kind of depressing to me, honestly.
Okay.
So that what made me. I was like, no.
I've got to find somewhere warmer.
Exactly, like something warmer, and
We're getting a little too serious now. Go on.
yeah. Let's
Go
get
ahead.
serious.
So where else from Boston to where?
To California.
California.
Yeah. Then it was expensive.
Yeah, but you're in real estate. Make a lot of money there.
Yeah. I see.
I don't know what she's
I'm
laughing
rich.
at. I didn't know that was a joke, that it was expensive in California. It is a big joke, actually.
It is.
Yeah, because everyone's moving out.
Yeah. Everybody.
matter.
You're right. That's what happened to me. Like,
So that's why you moved to Vegas. She moved to Vegas. Everyone's moving out of California, so she moved to Vegas so she could pick them buying the house out here.
exactly. That's what I did because I got licensed. I'm licensed in California too. So one of my friends, she was like, "Yeah, we're moving to Vegas." I was shocked when she told me that. Then I thought about it. I was like, "Yeah,
You're not married?
no."
Oh, I don't like the way she says that. You don't approve of Marriage? You don't like marriage? Well, you don't. How can you not like marriage? You've never been married. You can't even answer the question, can you? Do you know what I mean? You don't want to get married.
It's a complicated story.
Well, I didn't think it would be anything else because all marriages apparently are complicated.
Anyway.
He wants to get married and she doesn't want to get married, or she wants to get married and he doesn't want to get. It's either one or the other, right?
Yeah, one and the other. You're
Yeah,
right.
either one doesn't and one does, one does, one doesn't. It's like the stock market; it goes up and down. You know.
Yeah.
You're either red or green.
I know. Red or the green. You're right.
If you know the stock market, you know what I'm saying.
Uh huh.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, I was all red on one side and I was all green on the other side. Now I'm on red, and I'm red on both sides. When I left my house today, I was red on both sides. And that means I'm not making any money. Go ahead. Let's go on a better subject.
All right, let's go back. So yeah, as I said, like one of my friends, she was like, yeah, I'm moving to Vegas. I was shocked.
I'm
like,
moving with you.
Yeah, I was like, okay, if you're moving, I'm moving too. So I moved with her here, and
And
here
we
I
have
am.
a house together and everything together, and
No. She has her own house.
And
I
you
have my
have
own
your
house.
own house
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, exactly.
and has it benefited you to move to Vegas? Has it been good for you?
Yes. Financially, yes, it did.
Well, I love the way she says financially means everything else is not good.
No,
You're dodgy.
everything is good. Everything is good. Just in general, yeah. Because of like, I love California.
Yes.
Excuse me. I love California, and especially I grew up next to the beach, so I would love to live there.
It's too expensive.
It is too expensive. That's what I mean about financially, yeah.
Yes. So what you have to do, you have to get bigger houses, make more commission, and then because you've got these Beverly Hills brokers
Yes.
and realtors and everything, and they make they sell a $8 million, $10 million, $20 million home. Well, guess how much money they make?
Oh,
6%,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. 3% for buyer's agents and 3% for the listing agent.
Yeah. Well, if you have the whole thing, you get 6%.
Yeah, you get 6%. Yep.
Pigs get fat and hogs choke, so share 3 and 3.
But I
My
don't think
husband and I
so.
were in real estate. We're in commercial though, in Los Angeles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. So now your hair. So what advice would you give? Because you're quite a young person, obviously. And what advice would you give any person in the real estate business of your caliber? What should they know? What should they do to help them along the way?
Okay, so my humble opinion, and as you said, like I'm still young, I'm in my beginnings, but I've learned some lessons, excuse me, which is don't go crazy with if someone tells you about coaching programs or marketing or buying leads or something like that. Because,
You're buying leads.
oh yeah, excuse me.
It's complicated, isn't it?
They do. They sell you leads, and you pay a bunch of money, and those leads
Don't get you
they're
any-
not good, and you lose your money.
Okay.
So,
Stay
I
away
learned-
from leads. I don't know
Yeah.
what leads they are. They could be leads.
Yeah,
I mean, this is Vegas. Be leads to anywhere.
yeah. I believe in referrals. I believe in
Helping other
organic.
people. Yeah, organic.
Yeah, organic. Yeah, like
agree.
other than that, believe me, yeah, they might work. It's like you're looking for the golden egg, So
You
those
found
leads.
the golden egg?
I didn't. I lost money. I didn't find the golden egg yet. So
You're supposed to be making money, not losing money.
I know, you're right. That was one of my
Give me a
mistakes.
call.
Okay, I'll give you a call.
I'm bad. But you look like you're doing very well.
Thank
you look
you.
like you're very, very happy. What company do you work for? Can we publicize them or can we not?
Oh, yeah,
You
of
go
course.
ahead. Give them all your information on where they can reach you. This woman is funny. I mean,
Thank
if you
you.
buy a house from this young lady, you're going to have a fabulous time. Believe me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ninon. So I work with Advantage Realty. And if you want to know more about real estate, I have a YouTube channel actually called Multilingual Vegas Realtor.
Oh.
Yes, what I taught where I talk to first-time home buyers, explain and make like the buying process very easy for them. Since
Yes.
it's your first house, so you don't know how it works. You're kind of stressed out to make a bad decision or a good decision. You don't know what
It's
you're
like
doing.
buying a dress.
No, you're buying a house.
Oh.
And you're getting a mortgage on top of that. So I know how it is. So as
It's
I
like putting a
said,
dress on layaway.
you're right. Oh my God, I love you.
Got a house on layaway. That's your mortgage.
That's your mortgage, you're right. Oh my gosh. I also
This is now called The Funny Show.
Yes, it is. It is funny show.
I have it back next week.
Yes, I'll come back. I'll be more than happy to be here again with you. Thank you so much.
Actually, I've got to pull myself together, I think.
Okay,
All right,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go-
Serious face. So yeah, and I said I showcase Las Vegas also because a lot of people think Las Vegas is only the strip.
No, it's not.
Hello, we're locals,
Yeah.
so we'll live the life. We have like,
Well, a lot of locals never go to the Strip.
thank you. I don't like going there.
I love the Strip. I love the Strip.
You do?
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. The restaurants, the hotels, the people.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, but going there every day, like.
Well, I don't go every day.
I know,
Well,
yeah.
But I go there, but I love it.
You love it? All right.
So anyway, so you're buying a house, so you're on the internet.
Yeah, I'm in the internet explaining, as I said,
So
like
what name does your YouTube come
it's
under?
multilingual Vegas realtor.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And what about, are you on Facebook and all the other things?
Yeah, on Facebook it's Zainab, my first name, last name, Zainab Hamza.lv, and same on Instagram, Zainab Hamza.lv.
Zainab Hamza.
Yeah, Zainab Hamza.lv. Yeah. Yeah, if they go just on my YouTube channel, they will see everything.
They'll see everything there.
Yeah, everything there.
You know, this has been a great guest because it's been something a little bit different. We laugh, we joke, but in the meantime, she sells real estate. She's obviously always looking for new clients, always wanting new clients. And you can have some fun, actually, with Zainab. You can have a good laugh and also buy a house.
Thank you.
And put the house on layaway. That's a mortgage. That's a bank. That's whatever it is.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Absolutely
so much for
amazing.
having me.
I don't know if that's our last guest. I believe we have two more guests. They're really pulling it out on me, but I love every minute of it. Every guest is so different. Every guest has a personality, and every guest has a dream behind their face. And your dream is selling real estate.
Yes.
We'll be right back with our next guest. You take care.
Live streaming on social
so
media
much.
is
That
the
was
best
so
new
fun.
way to interact and bond.
It's so easy on me.
Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity.
We are back again, Vegas Live with Ninon. Ninon, I'm your host, and we have Linda Woodson with me. And we're going to go into the entertainment world, and I was just saying a couple of words with her, because I don't pre-interview, and she said that's not her main thing, is not entertainment, but that's your passion or your thing you do as well.
Correct.
So what do you really do then?
I am really a dermatologist.
Oh, that's why her skin is beautiful.
Thank
okay,
you.
I want your address and everything. I can come down and see you.
Absolutely.
So how are you today?
I'm doing fabulous. It's been delightful watching all the different interviews. So I'm having a great time.
They're all different, aren't they?
Very different, yes.
Yeah, they're very different. I don't pre-interview, so I never know what's going to happen, and I don't know what's going to happen with you either, Linda. So get ready.
Okay.
So
I'm
she
ready.
looks fabulous.
Well,
so
thank
why
you.
do you say you don't do entertainment anymore? Because you're so beautiful.
Well, I'm doing more now than I've ever done in years. I was devoted to my career, which is dermatology,
Yes.
and then raising my family.
Okay.
Now my children are all out and about doing their own things, and so I've had more time to do singing. So I'm actually
To do what you really like doing.
yes, and not that I don't love my job, my day job, but singing is just more organic to me. I've always loved it, and I enjoy performing.
You love
and
performing.
I
out
love
there.
performing and just giving my voice.
So
to
when you get out there, the evening comes, it's coming time to sort of, get out there and start entertaining people. You take hold of the mic. When you take hold of that mic, what does that do to you?
There's just like an energy, and it's
Like
just
electricity runs through your body.
yeah. Sometimes a little nervousness, but
Yeah, but you use that.
Yeah, you use that to just give it, and it's I was told to treat it as a gift that you're giving to people.
Your gift.
Yeah.
Yes, because God gave you a gift, and now you're relating it to other people. Isn't that
Yes,
cool? Isn't that
yes.
wonderful? That's amazing. But I always often wonder, when a performer goes out there, grab the microphone, and what is that feeling when you grab hold of that microphone? Within a couple of a minute or half a minute or 30 seconds or 10 that you're going to be starting to sing. So when you walk out on the stage, you've got the microphone. Do you immediately go into a song, or do you introduce yourself?
Well, it depends on the venue. I will say that because for many, many years, even though I love to sing, I didn't do a lot of it. And so I really had to gain confidence in relating to the audience and speaking. And so now I've learned to just be myself, and
It's the greatest thing you could ever be.
just
is
be myself
you.
and not try to pretend or just speak freely. And the audience feels that, and I think they appreciate that.
Absolutely, and you're kind of giving them what you have been gifted with, and they're enjoying it. What sort of songs do you sing? Are you more jazz?
I sing jazz,
You love jazz.
mostly jazz, some R&B and Broadway. So just sort of a wide variety. I've sung classical before, so I've done a lot of everything.
A lot of it all. Which is your favorite? Probably
Jazz,
I was gonna
yes.
say jazz.
Jazz
You
is
sing a
my-
little bit of jazz?
Sure. I've been so many places in my life and time. I sung a lot of songs. I've had some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone and I'm singing this song for you. Okay.
Isn't that wonderful? It amazes me.
Thank you.
It amazes me. I asked you to sing, and just like that, you come up with a song a cappella, which is beautiful. You do have a beautiful voice.
Well,
and we
thank
want to
you.
hear more of you out there.
Oh, thank you.
The
Thank you.
dermatology part, it probably pays the rent and does all that stuff.
Yes, it definitely helped during COVID,
Yeah,
just
I
to
was
have a
gonna say,
job to go to.
Do you work for a company, or do you have your own practice?
I have my own practice.
Oh, how wonderful!
Yes.
And how long have you had that?
Well, previously I was in a practice with my ex-husband, so we were practiced together, but in the past 10 years now I've had my own practice.
Oh, how do you like it?
I love it, yes.
And has it always been in Vegas, or
Yes, always been in Vegas.
so you're well known?
Yeah, I've been here, this is my 28th year, so
28 years. Oh my
so
goodness!
I've, been around a while.
Yeah, you probably know a lot of people. Do you have a lot of celebrities coming to your practice?
No, a lot of people that maybe work on the strip, but not
Yes.
not the main celebrities, I would say.
But you have a lot of people that work on the strip
Yes.
that come to you
Mhm.
and everything else.
Yes.
What is the name of it?
Linda Woodson Dermatology.
Oh, that's easy.
Easy to remember.
Linda Woods Dermatology.
Yes.
That's very, very easy
Yes.
to remember. And what is your main thing that you do different to other dermatologists?
Well, I do a lot of general dermatology as well as cosmetic. I see adults and children, so I do a wide range. There's some surgical specialties of dermatology that I don't do, but in the office we try to, do a lot of the cosmetics and some surgeries in general dermatology. So
Because in Vegas, there's a lot of cosmetic
yes.
dermatology
Mhm.
because of, it's an entertainment place and all the young ladies and men. You probably
Mhm.
get a lot of men as well, and
Men as well, yes.
more men now than there ever used to be.
Yeah, probably more, yes.
Because there's
Mhm.
sort of, men are now realizing it's okay to go and have your face done.
It's absolutely
no
okay.
problem.
Yes,
You
and
can-
men want to look,
Just as
youthful
good,
and,
yeah.
and fresh. Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, do you do any of these injections or anything that sort of,
Yes, I do the injections, the Botox and fillers.
Botox and fillers and
Mhm.
all that stuff?
Yes.
What's the difference with all that now? Because it seems to be becoming the main thing. Rather than going to get a facelift,
Well,
they're getting these little fillers.
well, fillers can do some of the things that facelifts can't do. I mean, facelifts, if they, they pull skin, and I tell people that if their skin is very loose, then you need surgery.
Yes.
But if you're just starting to show some signs, some volume loss, or some frown lines and whatnot, you don't necessarily need plastic surgery for that.
No, you couldn't have the.
Yeah.
And I've also known now that it doesn't take. You couldn't have your lunch break and go and get these injections and get the fills and
Absolutely,
everything
yes.
else. And you don't even get bruising or anything.
Yeah, every now and then, but for the most part, you can get it during your lunch break. If you
Yeah,
want.
and you just go back to work because before it was such a big procedure.
Right,
It
yes.
was such a sort of, you've got to have this done, you've got to have 2 days off, you've got to stay in the clinic, you've got to do this.
Right.
Now you just go in for your lunch break.
Absolutely, yes.
And have you seen that increase a lot in your over the years of you having?
Yeah, and it ebbs and flows. A lot of it depends on the economy. So if people, if things are tighter, maybe like 2008 with the
Which
the
was
bubble,
that?
the
Which pandemic was
housing
that?
bubble.
That was
exactly
the
the housing pandemic.
Yeah, the housing
people
pandemic.
money gets a little tight, so things back off.
People pull back on.
They pull back, yeah. But during COVID, people weren't traveling, so they had a lot of extra money to put towards
But
themselves.
yes, extra money and extra
Mhm.
time, and to make sure they look good with their husbands that they haven't seen for
Absolutely.
many years.
Exactly.
And the children they haven't seen for many years
That's
either.
right, yes.
Because that's what COVID did. COVID
It
brought
brought
the
us
family.
all together. Yes.
Do you think it brought us together?
I think so, yeah. And let us appreciate the little things.
Are
know.
you married now?
I am currently not married.
You're currently not married. I can't see why. But I think that must be out of choice.
Well, I'm not. I'm open to it, but I'm currently not married.
Yeah, I'm not married either, and I'm
Okay.
open to it, but I don't seem to have time. I don't quite know how I'm going to fit him in.
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe during the pandemic you can
Yeah,
fit them
well,
in.
no,
During
well, that's
quarantine.
over now. Apparently, is it over?
I think people are just tired. People are tired of
Do you
it.
think
and-
people have believed all this that went on and everything that happened? Do you think a lot of people now sort of thinking, hang on a second, what we all had?
Well, a lot of people now have either been vaccinated or have had it, or both, and maybe getting a little more comfortable.
Yeah, with life out there and what's
Yeah.
going on and everything else.
Mhm.
Because it was such a vast thing, and we all thought it was just in America or just in Vegas, and it was worldwide.
It was all over. Yeah.
It was worldwide, so it's quite a thing that spread in boom. It
Right.
spread so fast.
And changed our
So
lives.
however they managed to spread that fast,
Yeah.
I still think it's something that spread, but I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself because I
Okay.
get myself into a lot of trouble.
We don't want that.
We don't want that at all.
No.
So what would you advise, what should people have done to their face now, or even to their bodies? I mean, obviously dermatology is not only the face, it's the skin as well.
Yes.
What is the main thing now that's for women to sort of, have that fresh, lovely look?
Well, a lot of it starts very early. As the American Academy of Dermatology, they still propose to definitely watch sun exposure, because the
Okay.
damage starts when you're young, and people
Yes.
don't always think about
No,
that.
they don't.
And then when you're 30, 40, 50, and you start seeing the changes, it's not too late, but
No.
you could definitely prevent it early. Eating right, of course.
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen is important, your vitamins, vitamin C, getting vitamin D, just well balanced. And, you can, as far as products, using like retinoids, like Retin-A kinds of things.
Is Retin-A still around?
It's still around.
Retin-A's been around for years.
It's been around for years. It's still a great
Is it
thing.
still number one?
It's
Not number one, but
it's
still
important.
there.
Yeah, it's very important. Your vitamin C's. So just,
Now, Retin-A gets rid of the lines and different
it
things.
can soften them,
Soften them.
It's not the miracle thing, but
No.
if you start early and use it,
Is there any miracle stuff out there?
I won't say
They
there's
all
miracle
say
stuff.
there is. They all say
Yeah,
this works. See your difference in 2 or 3 days. You look just the same.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there.
There's a
But-
lot of stuff. So if
Yeah.
you're buying stuff out there, what should you look for? What should you read on if you're buying it from the counter or?
Well, the simpler the better, I would say.
Oh, really?
Because a lot of things, even things that sound very organic and healthy,
Yes.
a lot of the different plant extracts, they can be good, but then people also have reactions to them.
Oh, okay.
And,
Didn't think
not
of that.
just because it came from...
Allergies and different things.
Right, so just because it's organic doesn't mean that your skin likes it. So, just be mindful of that. And it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to cost $200. You could get something for $20 that does just
Now
as
that's
well.
interesting. Now we're coming to the nitty gritty of it. Because
Yes.
every woman, no woman really likes to spend all that money. I mean, there's a few
Right.
of you out there that do, but most don't want to or can't afford it, but they want to look great.
Absolutely.
So can you buy a lot of this stuff over the counter, or is it better to go to a dermatologist like you?
Well, you can always
To
start
save
over
money.
the counter,
Okay.
and depending on your needs. If you have, a condition that needs more, then I would
Okay.
definitely see a dermatologist, because some of the prescription things are stronger, and you can get a real assessment of your skin to see what your total needs are.
Is it easier to get an assessment of your skin now than it's ever been because of the computer? So you can kind of type in all
There-
these.
Yes, a lot of telemedicine for sure, and that's what COVID really introduced us to more so, because when patients couldn't come in, we would see them on TV.
Yes, because
or
they
do-
couldn't come to
like
you.
FaceTime, and yeah, so
So
that.
did you FaceTime? No pun intended.
That's right. Or back time, chest time, whichever
Whichever
area of
suits
skin
your-
they
whichever
had. Yes.
suits your need.
Yes.
So did you actually start up your business? Well, not start it up, but also start up a business on the internet because you were used to people coming in. So now you had to do something different.
Well, during COVID,
COVID.
that's just about all
Yes.
we did. So now it's definitely easier when someone comes in. 'Cause
Yes.
if you need to do a procedure, they're there. But some people will still come, or will still schedule FaceTime appointments.
Okay.
And, if they can't come in or whatnot. So it did allow us that new option.
Option to. Yeah.
Mhm.
So now you've got several things. Because now you know how it works on the internet. People
Yes.
forget that because now you've got your office as well, and then you also know what to do on the internet.
Yes.
So did you give internet courses?
Courses.
A course like how to do this and
Within the realms of their visit.
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
So you help them to. Anything special that you should do every night before you go to bed? Anything really special?
Besides pray.
Well, that is
You can, clean your face for sure. And then particularly like if you wear makeup and things like that, you want to
Really
wash all
clean
that
it,
off.
yes.
And then if you have a medication, if you're going to use a Retin-A or another retinoid type of product, some hydrating things.
Okay.
Yeah. But, everyone's needs are different.
Yes,
So it's
every
hard to
skin is
say,
different.
it's hard to say, do do this, that, and the other, because everyone is a little bit different.
Okay. Now let's go into the entertainment business. The entertainment business, are you still singing? Are you getting work? Or are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot. I have a couple of Valentine shows coming up.
Oh, great. Where?
At the Nevada Room on the 11th.
Oh, you're in the Nevada Room. That's a big place now in Vegas. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it's fun, yes, and the owners are delightful.
Are you with Kelly Clinton?
I'm actually tomorrow. I'm a guest on her show to promote the Valentine's
Oh, wonderful.
show.
Yeah, she
which-
does her shows on every
Thursday, yes. And
yes.
she's
That's
she's
Kelly
wonderful,
Clinton.
yes.
She's incredible.
She's
Oh,
very
amazing
funny.
woman.
She's great. Yes.
She's fabulous. And she puts the whole show together and she has all guests like you.
Yes, she rotates people, and it's always an honor to be on her show. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, so you've got that coming up. That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Okay, what else?
Then
That's very big, by the way.
next Friday and Saturday, the 11th and 12th,
Okay.
I'm doing a show called Broadway for Lovers with Tim Molyneux. So we'll be singing some love songs from Broadway.
And where will that be?
That's at the Nevada Room.
Oh, that's at the Nevada Room as well.
Yes.
Awesome. Oh, great.
And then I'll be at the Gambit.
Oh,
On
the Gambit. I
February
know the
18th.
Gambit.
Yes.
That's off Sunset
Yes, in Henderson.
in Henderson.
So that's the
fabulous
18th.
place.
Very
Great
good.
piano player.
Yes.
He's from Germany, I
Uli,
believe.
yes.
Yeah, Uli. That's a fabulous place. It's like a jazz place, isn't it?
Yes,
You're gonna be
it's like a
singing-
jazz supper
It's like
club.
a jazz supper club. It's like a
We have
one
a
of
jazz
these.
trio.
Yeah, it's like a New York supper
Absolutely,
club.
yes.
Absolutely fabulous, and it's all decorated. It's beautiful. The food is excellent, by the
They
way.
have very good food, yes.
Well, it's almost as good as the Mariposa. Almost.
Almost.
Almost. Got to keep my tracks. So you've got different things coming up. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Now, how can they get hold of you? Can they reach you? Have you got a website? Or what have you got?
On
What have you got?
Instagram, it's Ms. Linda Woodson. Also on Facebook, Ms. Linda Woodson, and that's where I usually will post music things, what's going on.
So everything that's going
Yeah,
on there.
and Linda Woodson Derm is my Facebook for my job.
She's got it happening. She's got the face, and she's got the voice. You've
Thank
got it
you.
all. You've got it
Thank
all.
you.
Absolutely amazing. I've two different things, but you've got to look beautiful to go on that stage, and Linda surely does that. She fits that book.
Thank you
She
so
sure does.
much.
You are beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching again, Vegas Live with Ninon, YouTube and all that stuff. And don't forget to go to social media as well, social media shows. And we've also got Maria Pureza. And then don't forget, Mariposa Restaurant, Sahara, and Decatur. And here we are. Food is amazing. I'll be right back. You take care. welcome back. Yes, we have actually a reoccurring guest. We have Marc Anthony with us on Vegas Live with Ninon. And you were just trying to remind me when you came on last time. Were you on? That must have been some time ago.
It was a pepper mill.
Pepper mill. Let me, explain what happened to the pepper mill. The pepper mill, because of the pandemic, we were out of the pepper mill because we had to be. So then we went back for another couple of months or whatever it was. Then we had to come back out again. And then they had a 25% capacity. Well, my crew and my guests were more than 25%, so we couldn't go back. So I don't know what the situation is now, because now we're at the Mariposa restaurant, which is absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
Isn't it amazing?
It's amazing.
And this is
amazing,
it's fabulous food. It's like it's Mexico. It's like, what is it? It's like
I would say, like Tina, I'll say that because food smells excellent.
Food is excellent. Absolutely.
Atmosphere.
Yes,
So when people in Canada, you got to come out here.
You're Canadian.
American and Canadian.
Yes. You're
Dual citizenship?
I'm sorry?
I have dual citizenship?
I can't hear you.
Oh, I have dual citizenship?
Oh, you have dual citizenship. I don't know what he was saying. There's this thing. Forget the mask.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, no, you don't. If you want to wear it, you can.
No. My people in Canada.
We're not in Canada at the moment.
I know.
Anyway, so you're in the crypto business.
Yeah.
Now, this crypto thing, crypto went down today, I believe, on the stock market. It's been kind of, it was up.
Down.
And then it went down, and it's still going down a little bit.
Yes.
Now, you're feeling, obviously you're in it for a reason, because you think it's going to be the next currency of the world.
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
He's very definite about that, isn't he?
Very definite.
Why?
Why I say that? Because, technology changes the environment.
Oh, tell me.
So, like, you have, give you a timeline when you have Google and, Google and Microsoft, when they started, the technology age started to change and get more deeper and more deeper and more deeper.
We're learning.
And as we learn more within that system, we find there's little things going wrong, like privacy problems, people hacking my stuff. You can go in files and change files around.
Yes.
All kinds of
different things going on.
Right.
So crypto came out of England, correct? No, Bitcoin, sorry.
Well, I was saying, actually it was done by an Asian gentleman, Japanese gentleman, by the name of
Satoshi. I think it first came out many years ago out of England. If I'm not mistaken,
Right. It was at 25 cents in 1998, 96, around when it started.
Yes.
So this is why
Now, what made you go into it? Because you like something new or something different?
Very good question. How I got involved in it was through having my online radio station, Dig Live Radio TV, and dealing with music artists.
We're going on other things.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. I didn't realize you're very talented. Okay.
And so I wanted to help music artists. So they start talking about the royalty and the administration part of it, and the royalty, receiving your royalties. So when you have the blockchain technology, allows us to happen for artists. So I started to look more into it. And I kind of knew about crypto before and the stock market. And then I was hooked. And so now I actually teach people how to be in the stock market and cryptocurrency and what it's all about from A to Z.
So is it good to be in the stock market right now? This is a question on a question, by the way.
Okay, now for the record, I'm not a broker. So this is all my information.
I'm not a broker either.
But I have to say this for the record. But I can share my news, and please always do your due diligence and research. So I would say yes. It's always a good time to come now because people who just invest only see red and green. And they say, oh, wow, I can't get it. Right.
Red one side, green the other side. Both sides are both red today.
Okay. So let's say we have...
My producer's laughing because she knows about the stock market too, so she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yesterday, it was all green. It was all green. It was all figures. I was ahead of the game. I was like,
I'm excited. Now?
This morning...
And that will do that to you because, see, 95% of being in the market is mostly mental, and the other part is understanding a little bit of fundamentals and research. That is it.
Research is very, very important.
Key.
Yes.
Key.
Very,
very key. And coming from this type of research and type of background as my old profession, it allows me to give me a little edge.
So you have a little
deeper.
edge on it. So what you're advising, his only advice is not broke, as he said, is that if you decide, and I'm going to say Ford, I bought Ford, and about 3 weeks ago, I sold it, at a profit, and it's gone all the way down. I didn't know it was going to go all the way down, but I just had this with the gas problems and all the different problems and the car shortages and everything else. I just thought it was a good time to sell, and it was.
Okay.
But I, kind of got lucky. But I did do my research.
Yes, well, we'll do, okay, so I'll mention Ford and try to give you, like I said, once again, I'm going to give you my own synopsis, opinion.
Of course.
Okay. So looking at Ford, I actually have stock in Ford myself.
Okay.
And I let it ride for a very, very long time because the market always goes ups and down as it goes. Give you an example, like McDonald's when it first started out years ago. And it was a science project, I like to say, indirectly. People didn't know about fast food stuff and what have you.
No,
back
it
then.
was new.
Okay, so, but you see it where
Well,
it
the
is now.
drive-throughs, it was all exciting. Now it's like, oh.
But there's a lot of storms that happen in between that
Of course.
timeline to now.
That's the stock market, by the way.
Right. So if you're able to keep that nerve on that stock for that long, for a period of time, then you will do well. That's the secret.
That is the secret.
Right. So say you bought a stock today. So you say you're a corporation and you're in the stock market. You're a company. You're a production company, which you will one day. And
From from your lips to God's ears. Hi there, you up there? Listen.
right. So you say say today we bought for today, meaning right now.
Yes.
At say $5. And then on Friday it goes down to $3.
Yes.
We're like, oh my gosh.
We're talking about $5 one share.
Right.
$3 one share.
Thank
You want
you.
one share.
Thank you. So we buy one share. So we decide we want to get out or we want to stay in. But what type of investing are we investing in? Long term or
Short
getting
term.
quick or short term?
I'm a holder. I have it long
Right.
term. I don't buy any of that other stuff.
Right. So
I'm getting a lesson here, free lesson.
so if you're long term and you're buying long term in that particular stock, then you always buy the dip. So
Now the
anytime-
dip means it's the lowest point.
and so
Or the lowest point you think.
right, exactly. You think there you go.
You think.
And you bought it at that time.
Doesn't mean to say it is the lowest point.
Right. So that's what you do. So even if it went down, like it went down to $3, then we'd go in and buy $10 worth. So we might get.
So you're covering your bet.
You see it. And that's it. Because we also know that.
Now, covering your bet means if I bought 100 shares of Ford and I bought it at $10 and it goes down to $5, then if I buy 100 at $5, it's now going to be $7.50 a share instead of 10.
Right.
Am I right?
Exactly. So now we know it's at 5. We know for the company itself, and we're not in the boardroom, is going to sit there and tell us what's going on. You can't do that. But we can have an idea that Ford's been around
So
for a
that
very
gives
long
a
time.
rough idea of how to do it and what to do.
Exactly, and how long term it will be.
So what you are telling me and what I'm going to tell you out there is the stock market is really not for everybody.
No. If you don't have money to invest with, don't do
Well,
it.
then you can't invest.
Right, that's it. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can't
Absolutely
invest.
clean.
But even if it's like I just bought, are you going to laugh at this? Well, I won't tell you how many shares I bought. I just bought Google,
Okay.
but I bought it at a little bit of high. I think it was 3,000. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, ooh, and it's going down.
Okay.
Now they're going to split it. Splitting it. See, I do know the stock market a little bit. They're splitting it to 150, which is going to be out July 1st. Is the split. 1st or the 15th, I forget the date,
Okay.
but it's around that time. It's going to be, so whatever. So if you have one share, that now is going to be 20 shares.
Right.
So I haven't, whether it goes down or whether it goes up, doesn't really make any difference.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make any
Because
difference.
you're holding long term.
I'm turning long term on it.
And you know they see, and also,
I know Google's going to go up.
and they're also getting into the next generation of technology like everybody
Now
else.
answer me a question.
Yes.
Why it's 3,000